Ramadan is a month of fasting and prayer. It brings us closer to Allah and each other. It brings us closer to Allah and each other.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidil Anbiya'i wal Mursaleen. Amma ba'd, fa'udhu billahi minash shaytanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. As-salatu wassalamu alayka ya Rasulallah, wa ala alika wa ashabika ya Habiballah. As-salatu wassalamu alayka ya Nabi Allah, wa ala alika wa ashabika ya Nur Allah. After the demise of Sayyidina Shaykh Ahmad bin Mansur rahmatullahi ta'ala alayh, someone from Shiraz had a dream in which he saw Sayyidina Shaykh Ahmad bin Mansur rahmatullahi ta'ala alayh dressed in a heavenly garment with a crown of pearls on his head, standing in the mihrab, the arch of the main masjid of Shiraz. The dreaming person asked as to how Allah Azza wa Jal treated him. He rahmatullahi ta'ala alayh replied, Allah Azza wa Jal not only forgave me and bestowed upon me this crown, but also made me enter the heaven. When the dreaming person asked the reason of this great privilege, Sayyidina Shaykh Ahmad bin Mansur rahmatullahi ta'ala alayh replied, I used to recite salat upon the Prophet of mankind, the peace of our heart and mind, the most generous and kind, sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wasallam, abundantly, and this act of mine brought about my success. Sallu ala al-Habib, sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad, sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wasallam. My dear viewers, alhamdulillah azza wa jal, in this beautiful silsila of the blessings of Ramadan, what was discussed in the previous episode was the reason why sins are still committed even in the month of Ramadan. Alhamdulillah azza wa jal, in this episode, I shall discuss to you about the rules of fasting. My dear viewers, Allah azza wa jal has bestowed upon His great favor in the form of the fast of Ramadan, so that we could attain piety and divine pleasure. As Allah azza wa jal says in Surah Baqarah, Part 2, verses 183 to 184. Translation from Kanzul Iman. O those who believe, fasting has been made obligatory upon you, as were made obligatory upon those before you, so that you may become pious. The days are counted. Then whosoever among you is ill or on a journey, then same number of fasting in other days. And those who have no strength should give in fine meal to a needy. Then whosoever does more good, then that is better for him. And fasting is better for you if you know. Like Salah, the fast of Ramadan are also fard for every such male and female Muslim who is sane and has reached puberty. It is stated in Durr Mukhtar that fasts were declared fard on the 10th of Sha'ban, 2 years after Hijrah. Most of the acts in Islam remind us of faith-refreshing Islamic and historical events. Running between Safa and Marwa reminds us of Sayyidatuna Hajira radiallahu ta'ala walking and running between these two mountains 7 times in search of water for her son Sayyidina Ismail alayhi salam. Allah Azza wa Jal liked this act and declared it wajib for all those who perform Hajj and Umrah to imitate her in order to keep this act alive. Likewise, the Holy Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wasallam spent some days of Ramadan in seclusion in the cave of Hira, where he sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wasallam used to refrain from eating during the day and worship Allah Azza wa Jalla at night, in order to keep the memory of this blessed act of his beloved and blessed Rasul sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wasallam alive. Allah Azza wa Jal made it fard for all of us to fast in Ramadan. The people of the previous ummahs also fasted, but their manner of fasting was different from ours. According to narrations, Sayyidina Adam ala nabiyina wa alayhi salatu wassalam would fast on the 13th, 14th and 15th dates. Sayyidina Nuh ala nabiyina wa alayhi salatu wassalam used to fast every day. Sayyidina Isa ala nabiyyina wa alayhi salatu wassalam, would fast every day and would never miss even a single fast. Sayyidina Dawood ala nabiyyina wa alayhi salatu wassalam used to fast on alternate days. Sayyidina Sulaiman ala nabiyyina wa alayhi salatu wassalam used to fast on the first 3, the middle 3, and the last 3 days of every month. But dear viewers, imagine it is extremely hot. The throat and lips of the fasting Muslim have been dry due to thirst. He has water and food as well, but he does not even look at them despite extreme thirst and hunger due to his steadfast belief in Allah Azza wa Jal. He knows that although no one watches him apparently, in fact, none of his actions is concealed from Allah Azza wa Jal. This firm faith of the fasting Muslim is the practical outcome of fast. Other forms of worship involve physical movements and are visible to others. But fast is such a form of worship which no one can come to know. Only Allah Azza wa Jal knows. Even if a person eats secretly, people will still regard him as a fasting person. But he refrains from eating for the pleasure of Allah Azza wa Jal only. My dear viewers, if possible, make your children fast from the early age so that they won't face difficulty in fasting after they reach the age of puberty. The respected scholars, rahimahumullah ta'ala, have stated that when children reach the age of 10 and are healthy enough to fast, they should be made to fast in Ramadan. If they do not fast, despite being healthy enough to do so, they should be strictly made to fast even by beating. If they break it, they will not be ordered to make up for it, do the qadha, but if they break their salah, they will be ordered to offer it again. There is a general misconception that if a person falls ill as a result of fasting, but this has nothing to do with reality. Allah Hazrat Rahmatullahi Ta'ala alayhi has stated in Al-Malfuz, part 2, page 143, once I saw my respected father, Sayyidina Maulana Naqi Ali Khan Rahmatullahi Ta'ala alayhi, in my dream a few weeks before Ramadan. He said, son, you will fall severely ill in the following Ramadan. But be careful, you should not miss even a single fast. As my father predicted, I did fall severely ill in Ramadan, but I did not miss even a single fast. Alhamdulillah Azza wa Jal, Allah Azza wa Jal granted me good health by the blessings of fast. The noble Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wasallam has said, Sumu tasihhu, fast, you will get healthy. Sayyidina Ali karamallahu ta'ala wajahul kareem has narrated that the Prophet of Rahmah, the intercessor of Ummah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wasallam has said, Allah Azza wa Jal sent a revelation to one of the prophets of Bani Israel, commanding him to inform his Ummah that if anyone fasts a day for my pleasure, I will grant him good health and reward him greatly. My dear viewers, Alhamdulillah Azza wa Jal, the foregoing hadith makes it clear that fast not only improves our health, but also provides us with an opportunity to get great reward. The scientists of the present age have also accepted this fact. Therefore, Professor Mo Pallid of Oxford University has stated, while studying Islamic books, I was astonished to know that Islam has given a great gift to its followers in the form of fasts. I also felt like fasting, so I began to fast in conformity with Islamic method. My stomach was swollen for quite a while. Surprisingly, I felt an obvious reduction in pain as a result of fasting for just a few days. Therefore, I kept on fasting and recovered from my illness within a month. A priest from Holland, Alf Gall, has stated, I've made several patients suffering from diabetics, heart and stomach diseases fast continuously for 30 days. Resultantly, the diabetes of the diabetics came under control. The heart patients felt a decrease in their fear and breathing problems, and the condition of the stomach patients improved the most. Sigmund Freud, a psychologist, has also accepted the fact that fast is an excellent cure for physical stress, depression, and mental disorders. According to a newspaper report, a team of researchers and doctors from Germany, England and America came to Pakistan in Ramadan. They chose Karachi, Lahore and the city of Muhaddis Azam Rahmatullahi Ta'ala alayh, Sardarabad, Faisalabad for their research. The report issued by the researchers after the surveys concluded that the Muslims suffer relatively less ear, nose and throat illnesses as a result of wudu. They make prior to their daily salah, they offer in abundance in the month of Ramadan. The Muslims also get less stomach, liver, heart and nerve problems as they eat less due to fast. My dear viewers, fast does not cause any illness at all. In fact, people fall ill in Ramadan in consequence of eating oily and fried things at the time of Sahari and Iftar. Further, many people eat and drink different things every now and then at night. Therefore, one should avoid excessive eating in Ramadan. At Sahari, one should not eat so much food that he ends up burping all day and does not feel any hunger and thirst at all. In fact, the enjoyment of fast lies in bearing thirst and hunger. Extremely hot weather, dry lips, and extreme hunger. If only this condition will remind us of the sweet heat and cool sunshine of Madinatul Munawwara. And if only it would remind us of the extremely heart-rending incident of Karbala, where the flowers of Prophet's garden were brutally trampled under the feet of the scorching desert. Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala an and his companions sacrificed their lives for Islam in the state of extreme thirst, hunger and helplessness. When we feel even more hunger, if only the thought of the blessed stone, our beloved Rasul sallallahu ta'ala alihi wa alihi wasallam tied to his blessed stomach would remind us of his hunger. My dear viewers, we should fast in such a way that evokes the memories of our beloved and blessed Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alihi wa alihi wasallam, his companions radiyallahu ta'ala anhum ajma'een, and other saints rahimahumullah ta'ala. Sayyidina Abu Sa'id Khudri radiyallahu ta'ala an has narrated that the beloved and blessed Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alihi wa alihi wasallam has said, if anyone fasts in Ramadan, realizing its limits and avoiding what should be avoided, this will compensate for all his previous sins. My dear viewers, join Da'at Islami, a global and non-political religious movement of the Holy Quran and Sunnah, in order to get the spiritual benefits of fast and develop the Madani mindset. Travel with the Madani Qafilas in the company of Rasuls, devotees to learn the Sunnahs of the Holy Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alihi wa alihi wa sallam. Pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He gives all the ability to fast in the same way that invokes the memories of our beloved Rasul sallallahu ta'ala alihi wa alihi wa sallam, his companions radiyallahu ta'ala anhum ajma'een, and other saints rahimahumullah ta'ala. Ameen bijahin nabil ameen sallallahu ta'ala alihi wa alihi wa sallam. Sallu ala al-habib sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alihi wa alihi wa sallam.
Ramadan is a month of fasting and prayer. It brings us closer to Allah and each other. It brings us closer to Allah and each other.